Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and welcome to this monthly update for April 2025. What can we expect? We had a lot of astro events in March, the eclipses and major ingresses for Saturn in Pisces in the sidereal zodiac, and really the secular trend of Neptune, and I refer to the ingress in the tropical Aries. These are really societal changing events, especially the Neptune one. So we enter a new era. Stay tuned to see the main astro dates for April. We still have interesting things ahead of us. What happens in April? Do we get clear skies astrologically? We will see this in a minute. I would like to talk about the main influences in the global astrology, which affects all markets, including the stock market, the cryptocurrency, including you and me, so it's valid for everyone. And then I would like to give some key data for Bitcoin, so stay tuned until the end of the video for that. So let's go. We get the first full moon fresh after the eclipse we had. It is in the tropical Libra, and it is in the Taurus, the new moon actually in the Taurus sign, also in tropical. I emphasize on the tropical here because the positions of the moon would point towards Venus. As you can see, it's signs ruled by Venus, which point to the fact that it will be a very important month for Venus-related matters. As you are aware, it is currency and cryptocurrency. Therefore, I would really have this perspective in mind. And it is really a new beginning after the eclipses, but we had also major ingresses. So this means that new signs are entered by planets which are outer planets, so long term, at least Neptune, which will be in the tropical Aries for the next 14 years roughly. It shapes a society actually. It is a planet that contributes to secular trends, so it's important to have this in mind. It's a big shift and change, and we have also for the next 3 years approximately Saturn in the sidereal Pisces. We got a flavor of it currently, and this is in the tropical zodiac that we had this transit already. It is still ongoing, still running, but this time we will get also an activation of the sidereal Pisces. So it will be very telling what will happen. I think Pisces will be very powerful right now with Saturn in it, the planet of karma and of delivering results actually. So I would like to say that there are really important turning points in the market still. We have these two ingresses, but we have also shorter time frame astrological influences that would really shift things. And these combined will really move the markets in a new, fresh direction, I would say. We do have on April 7th major events that are Mercury turning direct. This is maybe not so rare because we have it 3 times a year, but it shakes up the markets almost each time, as we see, especially now with news, Mercury symbolizing news as well. And Mars also on the same day would go to the normal trajectory. It will not be out of bounds. So it is direct, but it stayed out of bounds for several months. So currently this means that also the conflict, the situation in the world, I refer especially to geopolitical situation, will improve and it will be calmer. Therefore, we would expect more stability in the markets and a more predictable price action, hopefully less turmoil that would really shift markets around, and this was pretty difficult to navigate in March. So April, I don't say it will be very easy, but it is still a point of ease that we need to take into account. Then we do have April 13th as a very important day. It is also the full moon day in the tropical Libra, which is ruled by Venus. We have the turning of Venus, so Venus will turn direct. And it is an important event because this will also bring new energy in cryptocurrencies and depending on the aspects that Venus makes with the various cryptocurrencies, we will have either positive developments or negative developments. If you didn't see my previous video on Venus retrograde, I will link it here so that you have an idea. I talk in a bit of detail about Bitcoin and Ethereum there. So this is really important for us, and we will have some downward volatility that we expect immediately after the full moon, and then we will have a week of growth, in my opinion. In general, this is valid for all markets until April 20th, at least, I say, because we will have high volatility around that date, and we will need to see how this really develops in terms of magnitude. And it is really very powerful, I would say, the April 20th for the global astrology. Then I would like to mention also other important aspects in April because they are worthwhile to take into account, and these are the Venus-Rahu conjunction, which is really a highly volatile one and can inflate the prices. Rahu is also about exaggerated expectations, so they might not have a solid foundation or basis for increase these prices. Be attentive. Rahu is also a sort of mist, it's like a smoke. You don't see things clearly, or some things are simply rumors and they don't materialize. So this can happen. And we had this as well. It was also good because we had a nice pump. We can expect a jump of even 11K in a day like we saw recently, and it is really something that we can look forward to, but it won't last. Just be aware of that. So in general, it is positive. But we do have also a Venus-Saturn conjunction, which is negative on the 7th. And this will be really a warning sign for cryptocurrencies as a whole. We will have diminishing prices around the date. And April 14th, so 1 week after, we do have another bearish aspect between Saturn and Rahu, which is quite rare, and there we can expect a correction. Then, of course, it goes up again. Therefore, I say it's very volatile from the mid of the month onwards. And we have a Uranus sextile Rahu on April 20th. And this can bring a local peak that is not sustainable. The increase can happen really suddenly, and you can be caught by surprise by it, but it is really something that you can prepare for, knowing that we have this energy already. And in the end, after 10 days, we do have another rare aspect, Pluto towards Lilith, which is a square, so it's also stressful. We will have really a temper down of the courage, spirit of adventure, speculation in the markets due to the fact expect that there is some regulatory change, or Pluto is also the big money, so big money will make some moves that will not be so encouraging for others. Let's say this is also possible, so caution for the last days in April. And this is really the whole map for the month. It is not so rich like March, but it is nevertheless interesting with several turning points and with possibility to make money on the short term, so to speak. Thank you. Before I go, I would like to tell you a date that is very important for Bitcoin as well. It is April 20th, which is actually a negative but low intensity aspect between Jupiter and Uranus in the BTC horoscope, and this will also spark volatility. As you see, this is synchronized with the global astrology, so pay attention around this date. It's more interesting, I would say, for ethereum this month of April, where we do have three positive long-term aspects. So if you are interested in the dates and more details around it, please feel free to join Patreon. It is available in all tiers. As always, I want to thank you for your time and for your attention and for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I am grateful for that. And as usual, until next time, be joyful. See you.